Why should teams give a
Hey guys, I'm Jerry, growth strategist for Uptick.
And I'm Warren, co-founder of Uptick.
And we think most people are terrible at growing their games, so we decided to make a series about launching your game and what to look out for. If you're building a game, work in marketing, or just curious about how video games are built and shipped, tune in over the next few weeks as we walk through each steps of launching a game.
So for our first episode, we figured we would just start from the top with a soft launch. Jerry, what is a game soft launch and why should teams give a
Yeah, soft launching is a really important step in launching your game, and it's essentially a first public test of your game targeted to very specific regions with key KPIs to test against. Soft launching can give you a really indication of what works about your game, but most importantly, what might not be working about your game. It allows you to test things like server stability, retention, and monetization, and ultimately, if your game will be a success or not. So, Warren, why do teams do it?
Teams soft launch because ultimately it's going to save them a lot of money and potentially do a lot of risk mitigation. So you're going to learn a lot in your soft launch. You're going to learn about the key bugs and issues you need to fix with your game. You're going to learn about the player funnel where you're losing them and need to tweak that. And then you're going to learn about the monetization and potential ROI of the game on global launch. By testing these with a small controlled budget and user group in soft launch, it's going to let you address all these issues before you expend your primary marketing budget. And it's going to ensure you get way better ROI if it's a viable game, or it's going to do a huge risk mitigation and identify if your game is non-viable so you can save that budget for your next game instead. Jerry, what are the main phases of a soft launch?
You have essentially 3 stages: your tech test, retention test, your monetization test, and then a go or no go. So now that we talked about the stages of it, what are KPIs you're looking for within a soft launch?
The KPIs you're looking for are going to correspond to the stage of soft launch. So in the tech test, your KPIs are around things like crashes and basic progression in the very beginning of the game. Is the core loop of the game working? And is the server stable? Going on to the retention test, as you could probably guess, you're measuring retention. This is usually what you'd call day 1 through day 7 retention, and looking at how users progress on their user journey, if they're sticking around, if they're progressing through that medium-term funnel. And then going lastly to the monetization test, as you would guess, you were testing the economy. You're measuring the ARPU, average revenue per user, the LTV, the lifetime value, and how these mature as people move through the journey. You're also looking at the price points and frequency of different types of purchases within the game to test that part of the economy as well. We hope you found value in this. We just reviewed the basics of the soft launch process for games.
So now you understand a bit more about soft launching your game, what the goals of soft launch are, and some things to look out for. If you liked what you heard, check us out at uptick.com or check out our podcast, the Games Growth Podcast, where we talk over these things in greater detail each week. See you next week for our next episode.